Recently, I placed an order for a Cayman 718 PDK, but actually, although it was such a great car, it was actually very expensive, and so at the time I thought, you know what, I'm going to cancel it. I'll probably get another one another day, but so I started looking around at what else was out there, and the obvious choice had to be either the BMW M140 or the M240. There are some amazing buys around at the moment, there really are, and so I just thought I'd go through the configuration of what I have ordered for end of March 2017. It's important that I get it for the end of March because I wanted it to be a 17 plate, but the retail price of my configuration is just over 40,000, which unfortunately means that it will go into this new vehicle excise duty where you have to pay an additional £310 a year for 5 years if the retail price of the car is more than £40,000. Now that's the retail price, so even if you negotiate a 95% discount, it's actually the recommended retail price, so it doesn't matter whether you've paid 40,000 or not, you'll still fall into that problem. And mine, like I say, the recommended price is just over 40, so I want to make sure I get it as a 17 plate but before April the 1st. So I thought I would just very quickly go through the configuration, and please offer comments below. This has been ordered now, so it is going to arrive, like I say, the last week of March, they're telling me at the moment. So I've gone for the BMW M240. So there has been a very slight price increase from January the 1st, I think. I think it's gone up about £360. But fortunately, I placed my order before January the 1st, so I've actually got the old price, and I'll explain where I ordered it from and how I negotiated the price as well shortly. But effectively we're going for the M240. I've gone for the 8-speed automatic, which has a recommended price of 37,365. Now that's in its standard spec, and I'll tell you now, I'll tell you at the end, I've nowhere near paid as much as that for the complete spec, let alone the standard spec as it says there. So here's the car. In terms of colours, I almost went for mineral grey because I do like grey, and as you'll see shortly I've gone for the coral red interior, but I thought I've had grey, I've had black, and I then noticed this colour, mineral white. Now mineral white is only available on the M240, it's not available on the M140, so I thought, well, let's go for that because it's a bit more unique. So I've gone for mineral white metallic. I was looking at some cars the other day at the local dealer and I could only find one in mineral white. Unfortunately, it was actually next to an alpine white car, and it's a beautiful colour. It's almost like a very pale silver in some lights, it's white in others. It's a much more icy white than the alpine white colour, so I think that'd look really nice. So I've gone for mineral white metallic. Unfortunately, you get no choice of wheels on the M140, the M240, that's it. I would prefer a 19-inch wheel personally because I think they look a little bit small, but we're stuck with that unless you go for the M Performance add-ons. In terms of interior, I have gone for coral red Dakota leather, which I think is going to look a bit different. I've never had red leather before. I was going to have red leather on the 718 Cayman as well. Now I wouldn't normally go for red if everything was red, if the dashboard was red and everything, but it's just the seats, the armrest and the door cards, so I think that'll look really nice. And then I think this aluminium is very, not common, but it's on a lot of them, so I decided at no extra cost to go for the high gloss black, which I think you get black on the door handles and black here and black around here, and I think that'll look really quite nice. And then other options. So there's a few packages you can get on the M240, a few more packages that you get on the M140 actually. I've gone for the driver comfort package, which gives you basically front and rear parking sensors and cruise control. I've gone for the media package professional, which gives you the professional Nav gives you remote services, concierge service, online entertainment, etc, etc. I thought about going for the visibility package, which gives you adaptive headlights, high beam assist, etc, but I haven't bothered. I can do without that. I have gone for the sun protection package. Now, sun protection package gives you the sun protection glass at the back and on the back window, but it also gives you the sunbeam protection strip, if you like, at the top of the windscreen. I don't think, and I might be wrong, but I don't think you can just have the sun protection glass on the M240. You can on the M140, but on the 240 you have to go for this sun band on the windscreen as well. So my packages and other options I've gone for are Harman Kardon, because I've had Harman Kardon on my Mercedes E-Class. It is a very good system. I think it's much better than Bose. I've gone for, as you can see, with the various packages, you do get a lot of standard bits and pieces anyway. But I've also gone for electrically folding mirrors, just so it'd make it easy to get it in and out of the garage. I've gone for steering wheel heating. I went for that on the 718, and when I borrowed the 718 I really liked it, so I thought that's a nice extra which you wouldn't normally perhaps spec. So I've gone for the heated steering wheel, and I've gone for lumbar support, driver and front passenger, just because I remember having a 1 Series before a few years ago, and it did used to give me a bad back. So I thought for £195 it's worth speccing the lumbar support. I've gone for heated front seats. And like I say, you do get a lot of things anyway. Headlight wash you get as standard on the M240. You don't get that as standard on the M140, which is interesting. Adaptive M-sort suspension, just so you've got the option of it being more comfortable when you want it, but better handling when you want it as well. I think that's it. So that's the spec, and as you can see, that's interesting actually, that's more than I thought it was. So on the road cash price is well over this £40,000 threshold, so 41,175. okay, just to let you know that I ordered mine via Coast to Coast. I would definitely recommend anybody speccing a new car, certainly one of these, go to Coast to Coast. Car Wow, orange wheels, they won't deal with BMW for some reason, I don't know why, but if you go to Coast, all you have to do is pay Coast to Coast £360 once you've confirmed the order, and you get it for, well, I'll tell you, I got mine for 33,054. So you can, well, I actually got it was 33,054 to BMW, and then £360 to Coast to Coast. So you can see it was a hell of a saving, and unusually it's a brand new model, you know, so they're still offering great deals even though the M240 has only been out about 6 months or so. So that's what I've gone for. It's much faster than the Cayman 718. It's obviously still 6 cylinders, so it sounds great. You get a lot more on them as standard, and it's actually costing me about £18,000 less than the Cayman. Now I know the Cayman will hold the value more, but on a PCP this is working out. I'm putting just over £3,000 in on 4 years. It's costing £388 a month. The Cayman was going to be costing almost £680 a month. So it's a great buy. Now what I'm going to do on this channel is when I take delivery of the car, I'll be doing plenty of reviews of it. So do subscribe, do like, comment below, and I'll see you maybe before, but if not, certainly when I've picked the car up at the end of March. Okay, thanks for watching, catch you later.